Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully back on air. Game 2, semi-final, playing the secondary balls. Malcolm has won the first game and he's 2-3 down against Phil. I've been contesting hoop 6 for a little while. Malcolm has built himself back into the game as Phil was 3-0 up. Now the game's obviously finished. Robert winning in 2. Chris, serious challenge in game 1, but not so much in game 2. The ladies won. The absent women have now turned up, so that probably was game 1. They went 7-6 to Alice. Probably could pick up on croquet scores and see what's going on. Things we're not doing any counting analysis at the moment. Sorry Gary that I sound a bit nasally, I do have a cold. I don't want to mess around with getting croquet scores up, I'll just have a bit of a look around. Weather is still quite friendly. Probably don't want the men's singles, do I? I want the ladies. So, nothing near the front of the hoop anymore, and we continue a bit longer in the fight for hoop 6. Yep, so that was game 1 between Alison and Gabby, and it was 7-6 to Alison, so game 2 is on now. Looking like contesting hoop 3 at 1-all. So, I think Pamela could be 6-2 up. So Pamela won game 1 7-3, and she could well be 6-2 up in the second game, so that's looking a bit tough for Helen. Over behind us on the other line, which I don't have a rotating head that goes right around that far. Fran, continuing her recent run of form, had a 7-6 win over Joyce. So they'll be playing game 2 there somewhere. Sue Sellers, I think, was also playing out there against Karen Bisley. That was 7-3 to Sue in game 1. Back here we've got Malcolm shooting back in. Phil having 2 balls in position at hoop 6. What else have we got around the place? We've got men's challenge games. They're shooting balls at me for most of the previous match. Felix did win the first game of his match. Just trying to find some scores. You probably can see them better than me. That's the challenge KO. So we had Felix. Oh, Felix was playing Kevin. I was totally wrong. So Felix beat Kevin in 2. And Peter Freer beat Greg Berry in the first. Gary's baiting me about Facebook jokes, so I won't tell any. So we're still contesting hoop 6. Phil has been generally in position and defending position, which he's still doing. Malcolm now has a chance to clear out the better place to Phil's balls, the white, and does. So Phil now seems to consider where I'm going to put this bull coming back in. Whether he can manipulate things around a little bit or not. Phil coming back with white. A bit of a stabby action where he doesn't come out straight, just follows through, and it's kind of steered white to position. It doesn't look too bad though. It's got Team Tasmania plus 2 West Australians, Janine and Jennifer, in his corner. Malcolm's picked off the pink one. So the battle continues in Hoop 6. Helen's stringing that game out there against Pamela. She's got another hoop. Maybe his comeback is on. I think. Oh, she's just got another hoop. Back to 6-4. So black's from the hoop from the previous hoop, basically. 21-yard shot. Alright, so Phil, once again, bringing back the second runner. Malcolm once again looking to get rid of the runners. Unless you'd like to try and break the pattern and run the hoop. Green is probably just on the halfway line between 6 and 7. He does have a shot at the hoop and fails. So we've been one to make. A lot of wicket spin. Phil looking to take a 4-2 lead. Has done so. It's a smattering of applause from the Tasmanians.
It's a long way away though.
Tasmania is, yeah. Although, might be floating closer with all the rain they've had. So green already pretty much on the halfway line, just has a little tap to take position in front of hoop 7. Has more or less done that, gone a tiny bit past the face, but that's probably okay. Just that lengthen any shots at it. Pink is shooting anyway, and hits. Got green right into the corner. It's actually hit the corner flag. Well, it won't face brown. Brown will just come in the front. Back green to hit pink. Once again the ball's just drifted a little long. Phil's having a bit of a think and a bit of a walk, and think and a walk. Looking at the angles. Quite sure why he's looking there. Everybody has their own way of deciding things. Pamela has just won the game against Eildon over there. So Phil has hit again. Green coming from the corner spot, just to position it in front of the hoop. Must like that spot. So about 3 in a row there. So Pink can hit that, or can just take position. I don't think he's going to try and shoot the hoop. Could just about position Pink where Brown can't see it through green, and then because White is so close to the boundary, Brown would have to block or come up with some other plan. Yeah, Pink is positioning. I don't know if he took too much care about hiding it behind green, or he's slapping himself, so maybe he was. Peter Freer and Greg coming on behind us.
Right, sounds Peter Freer cursing.
Yes, he's standing right behind you now, he's cursing you. So Malcolm did hit. Only got the edge of Pink, but that might have been his intention, because Pink may have gone to a position where it's wide from green, if green wants to do other stuff. White's hit green. Vanished up the lawn a bit, so green can come back, and there will be somewhere in front of the hoop where green can go, where neither White nor Pink can see it, if that is important to him. He's gone to a position where Pink may not be able to see it, but White probably can. Phil's having a good look. Hopefully that's not coming off his long run to play the wrong ball. Yeah, he's just been told it's Pink to play. Well, he's going to have a look at White again while he's there. Obviously thought he could see green. Had a ping at it. Missed.
Where does all this fruit go?
Down to the boundary. So I think White can see green. But by then, of course, there'll be a second ball in, which is coming in at pace. People send me text messages and try and get me in trouble. So White's trying to, he has nicked enough of it to get it away. Deflected himself to the boundary, almost right behind the hoop, obviously 7 yards out. So green, I don't think he's going to do anything too funky. He's just going to put green back in front, try to wear Phil down. It's be something very deceptive, because that green's gone back to the same spot again where it's been quite a few times. Apparently apparently I don't need help to get myself in trouble. That's handy. So, white on the boundary is a runner or a clearer of green. So does pink feel it needs to hit green? Looks like it does. And nicks it. So he's got himself out of the picture again with pink. Brown will come in.
Still saw him. And
Has he? Okay, so brown's come in. And that's left white with a pretty big double of hoop and brown. We don't need those for a while. So Phil's 4-2 up. Game down. Yep, and gets this one here. It'll be interesting. He's gone for it, and it looked like it was a double, but it looked like he went for hoop rather than ball, and he bounced off the leg, did a little dance. So Phil's pink is a long way away. Let's go with about 24 yards. So he needs to hit brown. So green could have doubled up just in case it got hit, but he's decided to block white from the next hoop. So banking it all on pink, missing brown, brown runs hoop, and white can't get to the next hoop because green is in the way. And then making it a one ball versus one ball battle, at least for a while. Giving it a good look. Ooh. Must have gone through between hoop and brown. So, brown should make the hoop. This is really all about where brown goes. Probably not as far up as he liked. Still, hoop made. 4-3 to Phil. White can't get to the hoop. Green blocking it. Needs to go around green because certainly doesn't want to promote green up the line. Or he could of course keep the stymie going. And it becomes pink versus brown on their own. It looks like he's just going to go on the inside of it out into the lawn and get distance, which he's done. That's actually not a bad result. Green will come up close to the hoop, I would imagine. And it has. And I suspect that brown will be thinking about clobbering white. So, Phil's pink. Probably once again has an enormous shot at a double of green and hoop. And he's not come up with any pace. And is going to drift past. So it's up there in the fight, but it's probably ineffective. And brown is going to hit white. So he's looking here to get white to a spot that's wired from green. And maybe brown legally towards the next hoop. Didn't quite get that, that's good enough. Yeah. It's open. So white needs to hit green, otherwise we'll be all level. Oh, it's close again. 5 misses. Four all. Oh, and a ball through the next game. Phil's just having a drinks break. So is Malcolm. Four all and Phil, that will be first to 9. To a relatively standard position and hit it too hard. That's where Chris went in both of his shots to that hoop. So a bit hard and a bit too close, making it not a runner, possibly a jawser, but that would be quite an effort too from there, I think. And standard response is for the next ball to go in front of the hoop, near the boundary or on the boundary. If you go to the boundary, can't be hit. If you go near the boundary, you can be hit or blocked, but it's a tricky shot. So you might as well give yourself a 5-yard hoop rather than a 7-yard one. So let's see if he can correct this. He's coming from further away. And he's still got a bit of pace on him. And he's still going to go a little bit further back, but probably not enough to be a guaranteed runner. Better jawser. This might bring Malcolm in so that he gives Phil something to hit other than Brown. Hang a bit of bait out there and see if we can get Phil to take it in. It's not falling for that. It's going to put pink in front. Body language indicates that we're further than you would have liked. But it must be close enough that Malcolm's got to get out and have a good look at it. And then come off his long run. Hard to tell whether he's clearing pink or running the hoop. I suspect he's having a run at the hoop. No, he's clearing pink. Right, well let's change the dynamics a little bit. So white now feels it needs to hit green. And doesn't do a very good job of that. Nicked green. probably trying a bit too hard to hit green distance away and forgot that it's more important than where you put your own ball. This allows Malcolm pretty much to decide exactly where he wants green to be and put it there. He's actually coming back closer to white than I would have thought, even though he's still a reasonable distance away. There's plenty of room to put brown into between green and the hoop. And pink is up the other end of the lawn. 23, 24 yard hit to position. Daddy's hitting green. Although he could. Kick to the boundary wouldn't really be too bad. Oh, and that's a disaster. So pink clattered into the back of the hoop. The best he can hope for there is that it's actually tappable through to the other side, but Malcolm should have a trap set for that. It's having a good look. Both having a good look. Where can pink get to when it comes through, assuming it doesn't get faulted or something like that? Still having a good look. Hopefully he is remembering it's white to play and he's not not overthinking this with pink. No, that's encouraging. It's hard to know exactly what Malcolm's got planned here. I thought he put brown a bit more of a runner position than as clearer. So maybe he's just thinking, oh well, if pink has gone there, I will hit pink with green. If I go through, I go through, and if I don't, then brown will run the hoop after that. Yeah, so bringing white in is probably not a bad idea because see what evolves, and he's actually managed to block that brown. He's got into its backswing. He may even have managed to block green at something as well. And green now won't want to hit white because it could move brown as a result of that. Maybe just take better position. Maybe sit to the side a little bit, ready for the clearance, or maybe we'll just make a big mess of things and have a little cluster of balls all close together and look disappointed. Yeah, that's not great because I think pink can now tap through and brown probably can't do anything about it.
20 seconds.
I'm not surprised that green went so softly. Anyway, what we don't want to see is pink go too hard and end up down too close to the ball. He's gone a little bit harder than I would have thought. I think that's a disaster. So brown might have to get himself out of this pickle by hitting white here and freeing up green. Sure. Okay. Once again though, I think brown might have wanted to hit white just a tiny bit harder there. Thank you.
Gunga dins, you know.
So white is not going to be able to do a whole lot here. And what he needs to be thinking about more about what green is trying to achieve here. Perhaps just don't do anything and leave green to sort his own mess out. That's what he's done. He's decided to deem it. I don't think green is going to do anything about pink running his hoop, but can it play this shot so that green hits white and sends brown maybe halfway up the lawn? That's probably the best outcome we try to get here. You may even be able to do this by hitting green into left of centre of white, getting green and brown up the lawn. Yes, something like that. And if Pink's got a sense of humour, he won't make the hoop. Certainly wouldn't want to jaws it because brown could hit it out. But, oh no, it's right. Once you commit yourself to running it, you've got to get it up the other end because you're allowing brown and green to get first to next fairly easily. I'm wondering if there was merit in putting pink in front of the hoop but tighter in so brown couldn't clear it. Yeah. Brown's hung back a little bit. It's a 5-4 lead to Phil. Pamela won the ladies semi-final, waiting for an opponent. Most likely Alison at the moment, but still a bit of action happening there. It's a good white, but it's just going to drift left and along. It's not a runner. A really good green across there to make something happen, and that looks too hard. Although it does seem a little uphill from where I'm sitting, and that seems to have been what's happened. Green's come to a screeching halt. Probably need a pink hit from brown here. He's missed. So green's a good runner. He could also run with brown, but he could also claw white away and let green do the running. And he's gone for it with brown and got a pretty good result in the end, with brown having jaws. Now, if brown had bounced back or bounced out, that could have been quite disastrous. Good result. I'm not 100% sure I would have taken the risk on that. Well, listen, what's white's plan here? So, if white's not getting brown out, which it wasn't, pink has to get brown out. So hitting green somewhere near pink doesn't seem to have made a whole lot of sense. Unless, and now they're looking at it, brown isn't actually jaws, and brown's on the left hand upright. That would make a little more sense. You know, it keeps looking at it like he is on the left hand upright. It's very deceptive, really. So what could possibly go wrong for green? You certainly don't want to fire at white and miss. coming in, it's probably the most likely shot. Trying to do anything sneaky like gently tap brown and somehow nestle green in there is fraught with danger. Could end up with a ball on each leg. Something that's in position that's no good to you. On balance, you want to get something that's... If you're worried about a jump shot, you could put green where it's in white's swing. No idea what that's all about, unless brown is a runner. Really need a roving reporter. So pink's looking at a spot where it's basically a jump. So tend to indicate that brown isn't scoring. So one way or the other, the course of action is a little baffling. Either no point pink going where it wants to go if brown's a runner, and if it's not a runner, then why did green go where it did? Oh, that's too hard anyway. Oh, he's promoting white. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm not quite sure that's worked. Green, if brown's not a runner, which now it does, once again appears it isn't, then pink isn't going to be jumping anything, and white has a harder jump shot than it would have had before. And he's just tapped it and it's just nestled. And it is white to play, and he's hanging around pink like he thinks it might be pink to play. Yep. So he's having a look here at what can you do to brown off of the right hand upright. That's quite dangerous here. If he's messed up his jump shot position, then just smacking this could end up peeling brown through. He's got it out. At the cost of white being on the wrong side of the hoop. So green's come in and protected brown from pink, which allows pink to have a shot at the hoop. It's not a great shot, but it's worth, when you're already in front, it's probably worth trying to go to 6-4 up. No. Okay, so we're not doing that. So we're hitting something, or we're going to a spot where, yeah, no, we're hitting something. Okay. Didn't hit the centre. Cut himself away to the boundary and has given green a chance to defend and brown a chance to wire. Deceptive from where we are as to whether that's wide or not. Doesn't look too phased, so I think maybe that's open. It's just been coming across the ball a bit. Oh, he's got that one though. Green will come in, obviously. So white's got green covered, but one would think it's not going to be there because brown will have hit that first. So pink can just come in, or it could hit green. It's taking a bit of relief. It's hitting green. Just. Okay. It's a good result where pink went. It's not such a good result where green went. So brown's going just to be a runner. As much as white would like to run the hoop with pink sitting where it is, it's more important to get brown. It does hit brown. Okay, so green is just going to put a lot of pressure on pink here by just going right in front. Yeah, pink, you better do something about this because brown is clobbering white to the far end of the lawn, far side of the lawn, and maybe trying to get over towards hoop 11 as well in the same shot. Saw Robert do one earlier today, so if you can centre ball that with a little bit of spin, the brown will tractor across a little bit, maybe get over towards 11. So Pink wants to move green to deny brown that line of play. He's missed. And brown's not even thinking about it. That's the plan and we're sticking to it. So first thing is to get white well away, second thing is to get a bit of spin on brown when you do it. Hope to get, there we go. Get brown to bounce and tractor across towards 11. Couldn't have asked for a better result really. The annoying thing about this is when you're in that plan, it all comes together as white then hits green. It's a very tinny sounding aeroplane going over the top of us. Yes. I hope that engine keeps going. Okay, I don't know if I brought white in as well, just for the hell of it. And white's missed. The players said the Egyptians bring balls in, so that's what they do, regardless of where it is. Yeah. 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 Okay, so green's run hoop, 5-all. And brown in a reasonably good position to even take a very, very strong position or even attempt to run the hoop. So a slight shift in momentum towards Malcolm. Got Greg sneaking up on the shot here behind us. Just popping it in the jaws. So Greg and Peter are playing game 2 of their challenge semi-final. Right, no, ineffective really. Pink's come in with a bit too much pace and it's hanging around if things fall its way, but it's not doing anything important in hurry. Brown is having a ping at the and rejecting a long way away. So maybe pink is not so bad now. All the same, you want to wave one in front of the hoop so you can give yourself plenty of options. Just take a pace off that, but still feels long. It's probably not too bad. And pink could bunt it back in a little bit if I wanted to. Green's coming in from, oh bloody hell. Well, he wasn't holding back on that, but he missed. Okay, so we've got Brown bounced off the hoop and ended up over between boundary and hoop 2. Hoop 11 high. Green missed hoop completely and is way down here, so he has done the relatively obvious bunt, putting white in a slightly better running position, and pink also a runner as insurance, possibly with a block. Brown needs to hit white, or both of them. And misses. Oh, and hits the far hoop 3 and stays hanging around in the lawn, which is probably not going to affect it, what happens from here on in, but it's not a bad outcome to be there rather than all the way out on the boundary. So white for the 6-5 lead, makes it. In a reasonable position. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so green was offside. It's been directed back to the penalty point. What are you going to tell me? We've got 2,000 listeners? No?
6-5.
Yes. 6-5 to pink and white. Is that you got the right way around?
Steven Spielberg's on the phone for you.
Yeah, I bet. Although, no. Horror movie, probably. That's a nice green. So, you'd like to think white's heading green, but it is a pretty well placed ball. It's a bit scary there. Just throw the pink down into a good position. It's looking at it like it's going to do something nasty, but it's gone past the hoop and turned towards us. So brown will come in with hopefully being a runner, maybe jagging wire. No, not from pink. Nope. So hanging back a little bit. So white's now looking at us line at green. Probably doesn't want to take pace off because it'll turn towards us. Pace on any centre ball brings peeling green into play, which would be terrible. Although unlikely. Oof. Alright, well, we got green away, but he's dragged his white well down, so Certainly would rather be green and brown here than in pink and white. Got a little bit of a cluster of people halfway up the hill having a chat. Judging by the hand mannerisms, one of them is Shane Downey, so hopefully he's alright and he's not going to fall over again today. Some very nice croquet Queensland signs along the fence there. It says play croquet here. I'm not quite sure who that's appealing to because we're already croquet players. I think I might have them on the roadside if it's possible. Anyway, maybe things get stolen around here.
Brand new day.
Okay, so pink has gently moved the green away. There's a smattering of applause, but I can't imagine it's for that shot. Well, it might be a Gabby win over Allison for a third game, I think. Okay, so Brown's got to look at the hoop. Rejects. If you're going to reject, that's a good place to reject too. Peter Free appearing up the black pipe off the boundary here. I don't think I'd be doing that around here in case I'm keen to something worse popped out. Okay, White's tried to come in and interact and has crashed to the back of the hoop and stopped in a fairly disastrous position. Oh, green clears pink to a spot where pink probably can't see brown through white and the hoop, but all the same, I think the pink needs to get told off. I think the pink is going to have to hit white here because if it doesn't, he's going to be stuffed for hoop 13. That's a technical coaching term, stuffed. Yeah, certainly don't want to be white there if brown runs out hoop without moving it. So I think this is worth pink hitting white, hoping to take out brown on it. But he's tried to do that, I think, and missed. So that relatively innocuous shot with white that's ended up there might actually cost him the game. Malcolm's just having a look to see.
He wants to nurse that one through, doesn't he?
Absolutely, because you want to keep white there. Yep. Yep. But when you nurse it through, though, you don't want to nurse it through so softly that you end up somewhere horrible as well. Just enough to make the hoop. Ooh, okay.
If he nursed it.
Well, yeah, that's some pretty severe child management, that nursing. But anyway. Okay, so Brown has made the hoop, 6-all. White got himself into a lot of trouble. He's up against the leg. Malcolm's called the referee to watch White's shot. Referee's marked the ball. So Phil's looking to get white up the other end of the lawn as close to 13 as possible without faulting. How are we going to do that? How about we smack it into the peg or smack it into the next two putt? Alright. We just go pace off and end up over there. So it's green, it's deep, very deep, and we're almost on the boundary. So I think pink needs to generate some pressure, so we'll probably need pink a couple of yards out, as close to dead in front as you can get. Let's pace off to try and do that. It's looking like it's struggling, but it will crash into the back of that hoop as well. Chatting to Phil yesterday about how he got lucky against Torben quite a few times, but he played the shots that gave him a chance to get lucky. But here he's got unlucky, but maybe, just maybe, he's played a couple of shots that increased his chances of getting unlucky. So brown's good. If pink can see it, might be worth leaving it there, but more than likely you need to hit it with white, which he has. So first defensive position done. Will Malcolm go gung-ho at the hoop for the win, or will he play this to position? Probably can't play it to position if he leaves it open to pink.
Here.
Might be worth going medium pace, so you're not out of the fight if you miss the hoop, but why not? Or we could just hit it hard. Well, you missed the hoop completely, and that's probably let the pressure right off. Yeah, I'm wondering if green could have just come in a couple of yards or gone softish at the hoop, so that if it went through, it's great, and if it doesn't, it's jaws and has to be dealt with, or it's hanging around the pink, where something other than this shot has to be played. Probably important to know exactly where green is now. I suspect green can't see pink, so brown will have to hit pink. Which is not a lot on if you don't do that. And if pink is deceptive and isn't as in front as we think it is, white can of course tidy that up. So brown hitting pink, I think it's the only shot here, surely. And brown hits pink. I might have to get Murray's attention because something's beeping at him here. Maybe he's about to lose power or something.
Fine.
Is that supposed to be beeping? Was somebody sending you a message, or?
We just unplugged the power.
Oh, okay.
I have to remember how to do it. I haven't done it for a few days.
Yeah. Okay, so he's not happy with his white. He doesn't look horrible, but he's indicating that he's gone too far. Why has he gone too far? He's given brown a shot at it, but pink will deal with that first. Maybe green can see it. Green's going to come through it to the back boundary. That's bouncing all over the place. We saw that in the game earlier. Every time they bounced, they missed. And that one bounced a lot. So, plan of action. Don't miss brown if you shoot at it. That's the first one. So perhaps we don't shoot at it. Yeah, so perhaps we do this. Pink doubles up through the line of white, so that maybe we get a bunt and white ends up wide from brown. But it looks like he's coming inside white, and just to be a runner, and he's got everything a bit cute and cozy there.
Is that a double?
Well, it's a double. It's a double where if brown aims at the gap, though, it just looks like wide enough that you could actually put that through there. Anyway, he's picked off the white and nibbled the pink. He's put white very close to green, which is probably not ideal. If green's on the boundary, which it should be, white can't hit it, but white could block green fairly comfortably down there on the boundary and give green no shot. So what is your best shot? Is a 1 yard tap to the front of green your best shot, or is taking on the hoop from 7 yards your best shot, or is doubling up with a 6 yard positioning shot your best shot? I'm liking the 1 yard block on green myself, but he's taking on the hoop and he's got it. Well, that solves that problem. So that's a game. It means that we'll be going to a third one.